Hey guys, Eric Clare here, co-founder of Origis Property Management, and team lead with the investment team at Remax Niagara. This is for all you wonderful tenants out there that are currently renting from Origis. So for all of you guys that have been taking care of your properties and paying your rent, I want to say a sincere thank you to start things off. And then I wanted to send some video content out to you guys that spoke to coming up with a down payment and sort of tricks and how to do that, how important that is in terms of buying your first house. How a guy like Johnson Andrews, who's our in-house mortgage specialist, who's here with us today, how he can help you, how he can provide information to make the whole process seem way less stressful, way less complicated, and more within reach for people like you. I already know that if you rent from my company, you guys are wonderful. You've taken care of your credit. You've worked really hard to put yourself in a position that you are. And it just hasn't been the right moment to buy a house yet. So that's why you're renting. But we want to help make that moment come to fruition, and it might be able to happen a lot sooner than you think. So without further ado, I'm going to let Johnson kind of take over here, provide you guys with some information on first-time home buyers and what that looks like in terms of a down payment. Go ahead, Johnson.
Perfect. Thank you, man. Appreciate the warm introduction, and then hopefully everyone's had another great month, and wishing you guys all the best in the new year, and hopefully things are off to a great start. The biggest thing that we want to talk about today is your down payment. Because whenever you think about buying a property, the purchase price of what you're buying, it's going to be made up of two things. It's the funds that you have for the down payment, and then it's the amount of money that the bank's going to be willing to give you. Now, we've spoken before about applications are reviewed, and if you want more information about that, you can definitely reach out to me. But what I want to point out is that the down payment's a very important piece when it comes to getting your mortgage, because it dictates the type of loan that we're applying for. So when you look at a mortgage application and any mortgage that you're going to get in Canada, there's something called default insurance that's tied to that loan. Default insurance is to the sole benefit of the bank. There's no benefit to you, but what it's there for is to protect our banking system in the event that if you guys don't pay, what happens is the bank gets their money back via this insurance vehicle. It also then is going to be something that changes based on your down payment amount. So when you look at your down payment, it not only dictates the default insurance and who pays for it, but the type of loan that we're applying under. So the main types of down payment that we'll likely be seeing is what's called an insured mortgage or insured down payment with less than 20% of the purchase price. In this example, if you're buying the property for less than $1 million, you do have the ability to put down less than 20% of what you bought it for. And the minimum amount is tiered based on what you paid for that home. The way to think about it, if you buy a home for $500,000 or less, the minimum down payment is 5% of the purchase price. So an example of this, if you paid $400,000 for a property, the minimum down payment you need is going to be $20,000. Now, once you pass that $500,000 price point, the down payment amount and the minimum you need starts to change slightly. So what happens is it's going to work out to be 5% of the first $500,000 of the purchase price, and then 10% of the remainder up until $1 less than $1 million. So to break this down a little bit more and make it easier to comprehend, an example would be, say you bought something for $600,000. The minimum down payment on that home is $35,000. The way that math breaks down is 5% of the first $500,000 of the purchase price is $25,000, and then 10% of the remaining $100,000 within that $600,000 purchase price is $10,000. So 25 plus 10 is $35,000. So whenever you're starting to do these calculations in your head, figuring, oh, that house is nice, how much do I need for my down payment? That's the very first thing, because there's a minimum amount that you're going to have to bring to the table in order for the bank to then review if you qualify for that loan.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. So these are things that we do every day. It might seem complicated to you guys. I'm not saying it's super intense math. We're not in, like a grade 12 quantitative physics class, but this stuff gets complicated. There's so many different rules, and Johnson's a guy that'll really sit down with you, and whether you're experienced, whether you're new, and really, really take his time to make sure you guys understand and at least come up with a financial sort of plan in terms of purchasing a home that makes the most sense for you guys. So, I can get in and spend more time talking about different ways and tips and tricks to save money, but I think we're going to keep this video more focused on just purely down payment, why you need that money, how the laws are sort of surrounding those down payments, what banks will look at you, what banks won't look at you, what lenders you should work with, and why you shouldn't work with some. So we're happy to provide that information to you guys and try to make this whole daunting thing of buying your first home so much more of an enjoyable, seamless process. Because you know what? Yeah, real estate shouldn't be stressful, man.
Yeah.
And if you work with the right people, it won't be. And you know what? Humbly, I would like to say that Johnson and I definitely do a very effective job at putting the client first. And we don't say that in some little cheesy, we can have our clients. Yeah, we like to, hustle and work hard and do cool things with our families. But it all starts with taking care of people like you. And that's the honest truth. You guys have any questions, concerns, you want more information, reach out to us. Let us know how we can help. We'd love to connect in terms of whatever means works best for you. Whether that's a Zoom call, in-person meeting, Timmy, Starbucks, please say Starbucks. But either way, we'll make ourselves available. And we'd love that opportunity to really dive deep into your situation and see what's possible for you. Guys, thank you so much for checking in with us today. Appreciate it, as always. And you guys have a kick-ass start to the new year. And I hope to talk to some of you very soon.
Have a great day, guys.